Well, it means a lot to us. Of course, we work very hard to make it run right,
Yeah.
and of course, we feel that we do.
Yeah.
And
So, and what's it about this game? Because this game has a lot of tradition. What's the tradition of this game?
well, it started out just to be an acknowledgement of Nancy and what she did and how she went to work to become a good basketball player.
Okay.
And from there on, and then after a couple of years, we got so many coaches in looking at the players, we decided, well, let's go for scholarships.
Yeah.
So right now we have 36,040,000 in scholarships we've gotten.
Wow. So, in this game, I mean, it has a lot of tradition, but it's also pretty competitive with a lot of talent out there. What's the kind of talent that you bring in here?
Yes, we have a lot of talent in the northeast part of Indiana.
Yeah.
And of course, they have the same thing because they have Toledo. So they bring in a lot of people. So it's a close game. I'd say probably most, I haven't really checked it, and I'm sure it's already been checked, how many games we both won. And it's probably a 50-50.
It gets a little competitive, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It gets a little tough at times. You have to separate them.
As a basketball fan, does that make you enjoyable? Because these are kids that they don't, not on the same team, but also don't get to compete each other too much.
That's right. So they don't compete with one another during the year.
Okay.
So they're brand new to everyone.
And how much fun is it to see? Because obviously you're around the area and you probably see a lot of these kids play individually on different teams. How much fun is it for you to see all these kids come together on one team?
Well, it's fun because you have kids that only get maybe coached two times,
Yeah.
and you're playing a game. So but it's fun. But we play the game a little different than what you would a regular game because they can't do everything they want. We don't let them play a zone, and of course then we don't let them run a jump and after them and so on. And then after the second, we don't let them. In the other second half of the court, they can't go into a zone or anything of that nature. They have to go man to man.
It's the 25th anniversary or 25th year this game's getting played, correct?
No, that isn't correct.
So what is it?
That's the newspaper is involved.
All right, so what is the accurate one then?
And it's was 35.
35.
35 years, yes. She was murdered in 1980.
Okay, so 35 years. And when this began, I mean, 30-something years ago, did you think it would become this? I mean, how surreal is it that this game has become what it is?
Early on, I had no idea. This just looked like a thing to do. And then we were going to stop it because it was difficult to get it going. It's not easy. And so the newspaper said, no, you can't stop it. So we said, okay. So we kept running it, and we thought maybe we'd stop it at 20, and then it's just going on and on, yes.
And I heard you guys were gonna speak to the players after their little tryout here. What's your message to them about this game?
What's hard work?
Okay.
It's and I talk about Nancy a little bit because she worked hard at being a good basketball player, and that's the only way you can become a good basketball player is a lot of work. And she would get up, for instance, at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, work out, and then be ready to go when school was out.
Yeah.
If she didn't do well, then she would come back home, change, go back to the gym, and work until 12 o'clock at night. Come home soaking wet.